Guys, I'm about to head to Monterey, California, which is about 4.5 hours away from Sparks, Nevada, which is where I live. I'm heading up there to do a senior shoot and some headshots for a family that used to live here that now is in Monterey. So they hired me to drive out and do that stuff for them, which I'm very thankful for. But it's going to be a long drive. And this is also the first drive that I'm doing this long using my Tesla Model X. So this will be photography and Tesla related. I had a big concern about being able to drive far distances and long time, and that's kind of where we're at. So a couple cool things that I want to mention before we get started is I have almost a full charge. I'm at 278 miles right now, which is about 75%, 70% of my battery. I did have a photo shoot this morning, so I didn't use the road trip option to charge it fully. So I'll be hitting a Tesla station as well. I'm also using the new navigation app on the Tesla as well. So you just go to navigate and it'll tell you where to go. And then automatically it'll tell you where you need to stop at the next Tesla station to make it to the next Tesla station. So it's going to daisy chain me from Tesla to Tesla to Tesla all the way through my location as well. So I don't have to worry about when I need to stop and charge or how far I need to go. So it'll tell me, hey, Jeramie, if you stop at this one, then you'll have 20% battery life to get to this one, and then you'll have 30% battery and so forth to get to the next spot. I have to drive there today, and then I have to do my photo shoots around 6 to 8, and then I have to drive back home because I have photo shoots tomorrow. So I did bring a blanket. I brought my laptop. I have camp mode. I'm going to maybe take naps in here on the way home. I'm not sure, but it's 4.5 there, 4.5 back. I didn't sleep well at all last night. I stayed up too late, and I got up really early this morning for photo shoots. So I kind of put myself in a bad situation at that point, but it's a life of an entrepreneur, business person, and I'm excited to actually go on the beach and shoot. I will show you guys at the next Tesla stop, my gear, everything that I have packed up in here, all of my stuff. So I have tripods, my bags, my lighting, everything's in here installed, and I can even sit 1, 2, 3, 4 people still in here on top of that as well. So we'll kind of go through that photography stuff. So let's show you guys what's going on right now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again so much for tuning in. My name's Jeramie. I own Jeramie Lou Photography. This is a half Tesla, half photography video. We're getting ready to go. I'm about to leave. I'm at my house right now, and I have you guys mounted on the windshield. I'll have it on here until I have to take you guys off to keep it safe. Just so you guys know, my camera is a Canon M50. I haven't talked to you guys about in a while, Sigma 16, and I'm hanging it on the Fat Gecko dual mount onto my windshield, and it's pretty freaking amazing. It looks really cool. So I'll show you guys that stuff when we get to the next Tesla stop. Right now I'm excited to go. Have a couple snacks here I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna grab some eatings. I have my water bottle. I'm gonna grab some coffee, and we're leaving. It's 10:52 now. I should be getting there around 3 or 4, but I've opted some extra time for charging, for all that fun stuff. And that's the biggest thing that I'm concerned about, making sure that I get to my destination on time with charging in tow. And we're just gonna drive and rock. We're gonna use auto steer. This gives me an opportunity to do some auto steer videos as well for you guys. So hang out with me and we'll go from there. See you guys in a sec. So one of the hard things that I've had to do being vegan while we're on this trip is ordering food. And so I don't eat much fast food, but I'm trying to hit up Del Taco right now before we go. It's closest to my house, and I want to get there. I didn't realize how much longer the trip was going to be than I thought originally, which I should have checked, but I didn't know. So I'm at Del Taco right now, and this is what's happening. I also have my car set to range mode. I forgot to tell you guys about. Oh God. Hey there, can I do a half-pound bean and cheese burrito with red sauce, but no cheese?
Okay, just 1 second.
Sure.
Okay.
And then can I do 2 of your, is it 7-layer burritos?
The 8-layer burrito?
Yeah, can I do 2 of those, but no cheese and no sour cream?
Okay, just 1 second.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Can I get you anything to drink with that?
Yeah, can I do a large iced tea?
Did you want the unsweetened or raspberry?
Unsweetened, please.
All right, does that complete your order?
That does.
Okay, so I have a peanut burrito with red sauce, no cheese. And then I have 2 of the veggie burritos, both of them no cheese, no sour cream. And then a macho unsweetened iced tea.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's going to be $10.37 at the window, please.
Thank you very much. So I know that the beans aren't really vegan, but that's going to be the closest I come to it. The veggie burrito is going to be perfect, and that'll get me going for at least the next few hours with the tea. So let's make that happen. I'm anxious. I want to get on the road, and I want to stay on the road, so I don't have to be late anymore. Luckily, the thing here is I'm just going to watch the time, make sure 2:34 is when I hit my next spot, and that should be good. If I can maintain that, then I'll do it. Thank you very much. You know, I always feel like when I see the time, it says 2:34 is when you're supposed to be there. It's like almost like a race. Like I bet you.
Take the Interstate 80 West road.
I bet you can't make it there. I'm like, I bet you I can, and I'm gonna do that. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, is I have my car set to range mode right now, and what range mode does is it pushes a battery, conserves the battery as much as it can to go a longer distance, hence range mode. But what it does is it messes with your HVAC system. So heating and cooling is still available, just not to what you want, or not as powerful. So so far I haven't noticed any change at all. I have my car set to 70 right now. I'm gonna move it to 72 just to have it there because it's feeling a little cool in here. But if I can leave it at 72, it's totally cool. I do have my windows tinted 5% all around, which I don't know the legal limit right now as a police officer is driving by. But hopefully I'm not going to crap myself and worry about every police officer that's going by to watch that. So, all right, so we're gonna head out. Ooh, I just gained 2 minutes, 2:32. And we're just gonna go. So I'll see you guys in a little bit updating on the trip right now. I'm gonna slowly eat this food as I go. Try not to spill on the car because that's the point of time that I'm at right now with everything, with worrying about spilling and everything. I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna do auto steering while I record this in a little bit. That way I'm safe, but I don't know if that drains the battery, and I don't really care about the battery, but I just wanna see how long I can go before I have to actually do that. Okay guys, we are about 2 hours into our drive now. We have about an hour and 46 minutes until we need to charge at the next Tesla supercharging station. And I'll probably still get there around 4:30. We had some traffic going on. They're doing construction over here in Truckee, and the frustrating part with that traffic is that police were here and they were slowing everybody down. So for a good 10 miles, we were going 20 miles an hour. Maybe I exaggerated that, but it was definitely slower. So right now I am using auto steering. Every 30 to 40 seconds it asks you to adjust the wheel. Unless your hand is kind of on the wheel, it won't ask you to do that again, which is really cool. They are making these things I saw on when I was looking for like accessories that will go on the steering wheel that will pressurize it for you. So it tricks the system into thinking that your hand is on there. I highly recommend not buying that shit. Please don't buy that, guys. The whole point of this is look, I'm on the road. I'm still iffy about it. I get nervous. I have my max set to 80 right now. Auto steering's on. It's actually doing a great job through Truckee, through the hills of Tahoe. And it's slowing down when it needs to. It sees the trucks. It's not hitting anything. I haven't accidentally hit anything. I haven't gotten close. I get nervous, so I kind of put my hands here and just kind of see what it's gonna do. And but my thumb is kind of always on here, and I'm always holding it, and that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't treat this as full-on driving. It's not, so please don't do that. So don't buy that. I'm gonna do a full auto steering video on this as well, autopilot, figuring out how it works. But I'm learning a lot right now on the using the environmental versus the autopilot versus the auto steering. Because there's actually 3 different things that people think there's only 2. So we're driving right now. It's running smooth. I have my car. The cool thing on autopilot is that my car is actually doing pretty well. So there's a gauge on the dash as well that shows you orange and green. Green below is that you're doing really well. So on the downhills, it shows I'm doing really, really well. Think of it as gas mileage. My mileage is really well on my battery. And then when I'm going uphill, it's orange and it's not doing that well. So, so far it's averaging pretty good. I'm watching my battery here. It says 175 miles, but I will say that at one point it was 188 miles for like 10 miles. So I was going downhill and the battery was adjusting. So it's just a slight gauge, if you will. So it's not an identical kind of thing. Hasn't changed anything on my navigation. So I still think I'm good for that hour and 43 minutes of driving. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna stop soon, go to the bathroom and get on the road again just in case. And as I promised, when I get to the Tesla station, I will show you guys what's around the car as far as photography wise go. But I've been filming a couple videos in here as well. I've been on the phone. Don't tell anybody I was doing that. But like I can hold the phone, look here, and I trust it enough that I'm still looking at the road, but I'm I can gaze off for a little bit, or I'm not doing this whole like jerky thing. Obviously don't stay on the phone. My phone is down here in the charger, and that's where we're at. So just a little update for you guys. I will keep you guys going here. I should see you guys again in the next section, which is about 2 hours from now. So hopefully you guys are still there. And dude, I have the ride set to smooth. Steering is amazing, so I don't feel anything, and it just feels nice. I feel like a passenger in here, and it feels real good. Yeah, I steered it too hard, so it turned it off, so I had to turn. All right, guys, we are here at Concord. We're at a mall, and we're charging now. I did find out that Sentry mode stops once you get to 35 miles left on this, so it's charging now. I'm at a Tesla supercharging station. This is 30 minutes to get fully charged, so I'm gonna go all the way there. I'm actually gonna move this to road. So I'm gonna set my limit to trip while I'm here. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna allow it to go fully all the way to the end. So it still says 30 minutes, so hopefully that's 30 minutes, but it'll give me an extra like 40 miles on top of it, which is good. So I cut it pretty close. But we knew that kind of going into it. So as promised, I'm going to show you guys around the Tesla here on what I'm carrying for my photography. Let me adjust this, baby. And that way you guys can see, you can actually store stuff in here as well. So we're at the Tesla supercharging station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think there's 20 stations here, and not too many are filled. Oh, it is bright. F4. Ugh, lame. All right. So not too many's filled, so we get to use it, and that's what we're doing. So we're charging here. Normally in this situation, I have my laptop in here, which I'll try to hit up after I film part of this, as I would be working, editing, doing something in here. I can turn on Netflix. I can watch Hulu, YouTube, whatever. Built in, I get a year free of the Tesla service, is what they call it. So we have our charging station here. It's charging. You just pick one. It does it. This is a supercharger. As you get close to the supercharger, if you set it up in your computer or in your navigation, it will start to prep for that supercharger. All right. So far in the car, we have a couple things. So we're going to open up the frunk here for you guys. I look weird filming this. So in the frunk, which is the front of the trunk, I have a backdrop holder. So this is a Westcott X drop because I'm doing headshots there. I have my tripods, or my light stands, if you will. I have an umbrella in here as well. First aid kit, extra charging cable. That is the one that I used to use for the house. Umbrellas, flashlight, and I still have room to do more stuff. So this is kind of what's thrown in here. I put a lot of soft things in here so I can use it. So there's still more room up top. I can still throw some more things up there if I want, blankets, whatever. When we travel, we usually put the stroller and stuff in there for the boy. And then in the back, we have quite a bit of stuff, and I can't really show, I mean, I can, I guess. So let me take this down. And then let me take this down and this. Okay. So the reason I did that is under here, guys, is I have soft boxes, and I want to say 5 soft boxes in there. Soft box, mag box, so 3 mag box, Pro Shallow, Westcott, and then I think I have something for my speed light as well as whatever comes with the Tesla, the charging station. So I'm holding 4 soft boxes in there, which is really cool. I have my lighting here, a Pelican case. This is a big Pelican case. And a, oh God, I can't remember what it's called. I did an unboxing of this. A roller. In here, I actually didn't mean to bring this, but I did. But I have a bunch of cords that I used to carry because all my lights used to have cords with it. So I was always worried. Trash bags, a couple umbrellas for for flashes. So not like rain umbrellas at all, although I'm sure you can use them for both. And then in here is my bag of reflectors. I have a bunch of Westcott Rapid Box strip boxes, beauty dish in here, some more photography umbrellas, just a bunch of stuff that I kind of throw in here normally. So when I had my truck, everything was in there. When I had my truck, everything was stored in there and I didn't have to take it out at all. This one, I just take that stuff out, put the seats back in case the kids want it. I like the lighter load. I haven't noticed the load affecting my mileage or my battery at all, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna sit here for about 25 more minutes to charge, and then I'm gonna head on over. So I'm probably about 2 hours away at this point, I would say. So I should get there around 4:30, 4:45-ish, if I set this up correctly. I've been jamming, so it's been pretty good. I did get into jail a little bit with the autopilot because I missed holding it. I guess I didn't turn it fast enough for them. And then after you do it like 3 or 4 times, it puts you in jail. It doesn't let you use autopilot anymore, which is dumb. But that's kind of neat because now I know. So I want to do an autopilot video on the way back. So after I do the shoot, you know, I think that this might be the end of this video. I mean, I have all my photography stuff. We're traveling. It works out pretty well. I'll do one when I get home or in the morning after I get back from everything to recap this whole video. But so far, this thing is a beast. It's awesome on the road, super soft, and I'm not missing my truck at all at this point because I don't need to. I've been, even though I've had the air on at long range, it's been cool. I've been cool. I've been snacking. I'm gonna go find a place to go to the bathroom, and I have to get some cash in case I hit a toll, and I didn't even think about that. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Morning, guys. It is the next morning. After I talked to you guys last, so after the very last part, I got in the car, updated the GPS, and went straight to my shoot. I was an hour later than I wanted to be, but I was going to get there an hour earlier than I should have been. So if that doesn't make sense, it's making sense now. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep. Did the shoot. Carmel Beach was amazing, right next to Pebble Creek. Senior shoot, a few headshots, and I was done when the sun was gone. So when it got completely dark, I got done around 8:15. It was completely dark. It was freezing out there. It was kind of nice to be cold again since it's been so hot lately. And yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty good. The photo shoot was amazing, little surfing shots, all that fun stuff. And then started driving home, and it was struggle bus city. I was tired. Luckily, there's 2 Tesla supercharger stops that I had on the way home. Supposed to be home in 5.5 hours, and it ended up taking 8 hours to drive home. It was like 7.5 hours to get there. So I ended up driving for close to 15 hours or around 15 hours for the day yesterday, which I did not anticipate. So got home around 3 a.m., 3:30-ish, and then it's woke up at 7 a.m. It's almost 8 a.m. I'm waiting for my clients for my next shoot, and then I'm going to try to go home and take a nap because I can't even think right now. So the shoot's going to be fun. I'll be able to pull it off, but I'm tired. So for the Tesla people that are watching this, guys, it was awesome not having to pay for gas, which was great, but you have to anticipate, even though it says it's 30 minutes to charge, it's constantly adjusting. Well, one of the super stations, I was at 511 miles per hour charging, and I somehow got down to 200. So the anticipation of 35 minutes to a full charge or charging to get to where you're next ended up being 35, and then it stayed at 35 for like 20 minutes. So you have to kind of, when you're, I was doing a photo shoot, I wasn't scheduling my time, wasn't used to it. I was scheduling my time as if I was using gas, where I could just fill up, keep going. With a Tesla, with an electric car, you have to have that extra downtime. So if you're traveling leisurely on vacation, doesn't really matter, but if you're not, then you're gonna plan on going early. I would double the charging time. So if you have to charge twice, and you're going 8 hours away, assume that it'll take you about 10 hours to get there. So an hour charge each time. And I would say an hour charge every 3 hours or so on average. Even long range mode. And I did autopilot a ton, but it got me where I needed to go. Autopilot at night was actually a concern of mine and actually worked out really well. It caught everything. So it helped out a lot. I pulled over a bunch of times because I was nodding off and tired. I only got, a few hours of sleep the night before, so I wasn't planned and prepped for it, but super excited, got everything done. I'm happy, I'm stoked. And that's kind of it. So I want to do a final little update for you guys. Sorry I didn't film anything on the way back. It was completely dark. Obviously nothing to film when it's that dark. And I was literally just slapping myself trying to stay awake, listening to podcasts, trying to stay engaged. And I ended up getting home. But yeah, I remember just kind of staring at the miles going through here. Navigation worked out beautifully. It got me to where I needed to go. It was really close on where I needed to go. It stopped me. The only thing I wish with navigation, though, the only thing that I feel like it lacked was being able to adjust my supercharger. So there's a lot of superchargers everywhere. When you're looking at it, there's a ton of different angles and options to go to. But for some reason, the supercharger only wants to take you to a supercharger when you're at like 11 or 9 or 8 or 7%. I wish there was an option on navigation that says, hey, supercharger, maximum of 20%. I never want to be below 20% when I'm traveling. And I would love that. So basically it would pick my supercharger stations for me based off of, all right, when you get here, you're going to be at 20-25% rather than at 10 or 11%. And that way it makes me feel like I have a little bit more time, because every time I got to a supercharger, I would turn off my car and then all of a sudden Sentry mode would be off. Hey, and then an alert will come up. Charge your battery now. We recommend charging it right now. We're closing off we're closing off Sentry mode. We're doing all this stuff. And I'm like, why did it take me so far when 20 minutes ago there was a supercharger, and then 30 minutes ago there was a supercharger ahead of that? So that's the only thing I kind of want to see if they'll fix, and I hope that they will. I don't know if the navigation part is in beta, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this long video. Hope you guys are having a good day. Questions, ask them, and tips, tricks for me. I'd love to hear them. Talk to you guys later.